not lose you for a world, not though 1,000 more adorn the polished brow where once you shone, like rays which gild a cloudless sky beneath Columbia's fervid zone. Animula vagula blandula hospes cum scique corporis que nunc habibis in loca pallidula rigida nudula nec ut soles dabis iocos.
Simple girl, those flattering arts exist but in imagination, mere phantoms of thine own creation. For he who views that witching grace, that perfect form, that lovely face, with eyes admiring, oh, believe me, he never wishes to deceive thee. Once in thy polished mirror glance, thou daredest scree the elegance which from our sex demands such praises, but envy in the other raises. Then he who tells thee of thy beauty, believe me, only does his duty. Ah! Fly not from the candid youth, it is not flattery, 'tis truth.
The gods of old are silent on the shore, since the great pan expired and drank through the roar. Ionian waters broke a dread voice which proclaimed the mighty pan. How much died with him, false or true the dream was beautiful, which peopled every stream, with more than finny tenants and adorned the woods and waters with coy nymphs that scorn. Pursuing deities, or in the embrace of gods, brought forth the high heroic race, whose names are on the hills and o'er the sea. Not in those climes where I have late been straying, though beauty long hath there been matchless deemed. Not in those visions to the heart displaying forms which it sighs but to have only dreamed. Hath aught like thee in truth or fancy seen? Nor having seen thee shall I vainly seek to paint those charms which varied as they beam. To such as see thee, not my words were weak. To those who gaze on thee, what language could they speak? Ah, mayst thou ever be what now thou art, nor unbeseem the promise of thy spring.
upon earth without his wing, and guileless beyond hope's imagining. And surely she who now so fondly rears thy youth in thee, thus hourly brightening, beholds the rainbow of her future years, before whose heavenly hues all sorrow disappears. Young Perry of the West, 'tis well for me. My years already doubling number thine. My loveless eye unmoved may gaze on thee, and safely view thy ripening beauty's shine. Happy I ne'er shall see them in decline, happier that while all younger hearts shall bleed, I ne'er shall escape the doom thine eyes assign to those whose admiration shall succeed. But mixed with pangs to love's even loveliest hours decrease.
When slow disease with all her host of pain chills the warm tide which flows along the vein, when health affrighted spreads her rosy wing and flies with every changing gale of spring, not to the aching frame alone confined, unyielding pangs assail the drooping mind. What grisly forms the spectre train of woe did shuddering nature shrink beneath the blow? With resignation wage relentless strife, while hope retires appalled and clings to life. Yet lest the pang when through the tedious hour remembrance sheds around her genial power, calls back the vanished days to rapture given, when love was bliss and beauty formed our heaven. Or dear to youth portrays each childish scene. Those fairy bowers where all in turn have been. As when through clouds that pour the summer storm, the orb of day unveils his distant form, gilds with faint beams the crystal dews of rain, and dimly twinkles o'er the watery plain. Thus while the future dark and cheerless gleams, the sun of memory glowing through my dreams, though sunk the radiance of his form ablaze, to scenes far distant points his pale arrays, still rules my senses with unbounded sway. The past confounding with the present day.
I stood beside the grave of him who blazed the comet of a season, and I saw the humblest of all sepulchres, and gazed with not the less of sorrow and of awe on that neglected turf and quiet stone, with name no clearer than the names unknown which lay unread around it. And I asked the gardener of that ground why it might be that for this plan strangers his memory tasked through the thick depths of half a century. And thus he answered, well, I do not know why frequent travelers turn to pilgrims so. He died before my day of sextonship, and I had not the digging of this grave. And is this all, I thought? And do we rip the veil of immortality and crave I know not what of honor and of light through unborn ages, to endure this blight so soon and so successless? As I said, the architect of all on which we tread. For earth is but a tombstone, did essay to extricate remembrance from the clay, whose minglings might confuse a Newton's thought, were it not that all life must end in one, of which we are but dreamers, as he caught, as 'twere the twilight of a former sun. Thus spoke he, I believe, the man of whom you wot, who lies in this selected tomb, was a most famous writer in his day. And therefore travelers step from out their way to pay him honor, and myself whate'er your honor pleases. Then most pleased I shook from out my pocket's avaricious nook some certain coins of silver, which as 'twere Perforce I gave this man, though I could spare so much, but inconveniently ye smile. I see ye profane ones all the while, because my homely phrase the truth would tell. You are the fools, not I. For I did dwell with a deep thought and with a softened eye on that old sexton's natural homily, in which there was obscurity and fame, the glory and the nothing of a name.
An infant, and in years a boy, in mind a slave to every vicious joy, from every sense of shame and virtue weaned, in lies an adept, in deceit a fiend, versed in hypocrisy, while yet a child, fickle as wind, of inclinations wild. Woman his dupe, his heedless friend a tool, old in the world, though scarcely bloke from school. Damnators ran through all the maze of sin, and found the goal when our others just begin. Heaven still conflicting, passions shake his soul, and bid him drain the dregs of pleasure's bowl. But palled with vice, he breaks his former chain, and what was once his bliss appears his bane.
I had a dream which was not all a dream. The bright sun was extinguished and the stars did wander darkling in the eternal space, rayless and pathless in the icy earth, swung blind and blackening in the moonless air. Morn came and went and came and brought no day, and men forgot their passions in the dread of this their desolation, and all hearts were chilled into a selfish prayer for light. And they did live by watchfires and the thrones, the palaces of crowned kings, the huts, the habitations of all things which dwell, were burnt for beacons. Cities were consumed, and men were gathered round their blazing homes to look once more into each other's face. Happy were those who dwelt within the eye of the volcanoes and their mountain torch. A fearful hope was all the world contained. Forests were set on fire, but hour by hour they fell and faded in the crackling trunks. Extinguished with a crash, and all was black. The brows of men by the despairing light wore an unearthly aspect as by fits. The flashes fell upon them, some lay down and hid their eyes and wept, and some did rest. Their chins upon their clenched hands and smiled, and others hurried to and fro and fed their funeral piles with fuel and looked up with mad disquietude on the dull sky, the pall of a past world. And then again, with curses cast them down upon the dust and gnashed their teeth and howled. The wild birds shrieked, and terrified did flutter on the ground and flap their useless wings. The wildest brutes came tame and tremulous, and vipers crawled and twined themselves among the multitude. Hissing but stingless, they were slain for food, and war, which for a moment was no more, did glut himself again. A meal was bought with blood, and each sate sullenly apart, gorging himself in gloom. No love was left. All earth was but one thought, and that was death, immediate and inglorious, and the pang of famine fed upon all entrails. Men died, and their bones were tombless as their flesh. The meager by the meager were devoured. Even dogs assailed their masters, all save one. And he was faithful to a course, and kept the birds and beasts and famished men at bay, till turned and plunged them all engrossing den. Lured their lank jaws, himself sought out no food, but with a piteous and perpetual moan, and a quick desolate cry, licking the hand which answered not with a caress, he died. The crowd was famished by degrees, but two of enormous city did survive, and they were enemies. They met beside the dying embers of an altar place, where had been heaped a mass of holy things for unholy usage. They raked up and shivering scraped with their cold skeleton hands the feeble ashes, and their feeble breath blew for a little life and made a flame which was a mockery. Then they lifted up their eyes as it grew lighter, and beheld each other's aspects, saw and shrieked and died. Even of their mutual hideousness they died, unknowing who he was upon whose brow famine had written, "Fiend, the world was void." The populous and the powerful was a lump, seasonless, herbless, treeless, manless, lifeless, a lump of death, a chaos of hard clay. The rivers, lakes, and ocean all stood still, and nothing stirred within their silent depths. Ships sailorless lay rotting on the sea, and their masts fell down piecemeal. As they dropped, they slept on the abyss without a surge. The waves were dead, the tides were in their grave. The moon, their mistress, had expired before. The winds were withered in the stagnant air, and the clouds perished. Darkness had no need of aid from them. She was the universe. If fate should seal my death tomorrow,
though much I hope she will postpone it,
I've held a shared joy and sorrow, enough for 10, and here I own it. I've lived as many others live, and yet I think with more enjoyment. For could I through my days again live, I'd pass them in the same employment. That is to say, with some exception, for though I will not make confession, I've seen too much of man's deception ever again to trust profession. Some sage mamas with gesture haughty pronounce me quite a youthful sinner, but daughters say, although he's naughty, you must not check a young beginner. I've loved, and many damsels know it, but whom I don't intend to mention, as certain stanzas also show it, some say deserving reprehension. Some ancient dames of virtue fiery have lately made a sharp enquiry, and much it grieves me to deny them. To whom I loved had eyes of blue, to which I hope you've no objection. The rest had eyes of darker hue. Each nymph, of course, was all perfection. But here I'll close my chaste description, nor say the deeds of animosity, for silence is the best prescription to physic idle curiosity. Of friends I've known a goodly 100, for finding one in each acquaintance. By some deceived, by others plundered, friendship to me was not repentance. At school I thought like other children, instead of brains of fine ingredient. Romance my youth, my lip will held ring, to sense had made me disobedient. Fast falling, once resplendent dome, religion's shrine, repentant Henry pride of warriors, monks, and dames the cloistered tomb, whose pensive shades among thy ruins glide. Hail to thy pile, more honored in thy fall than modern mansions in their
pillared state, proudly majestic, frowns thy vaulted hall, scowling defiance on the blasts of fate. No mail-clad serfs obedient to their lord, in grim array the Crimson Cross demand, or gay assemble round the festive bowl, their chiefs retainers, an immortal band. Else might inspire fancy's magic eye retrace their progress through the lapse of time, marking each ardent youth ordained to die, a votive pilgrim in Judaic line. But not from the dark pile departs the chief. His feudal realm in other regions lay. In thee the wounded conscience corpse relief, retiring from the garish blaze of day. Yes, in thy gloomy cells and shades profound, the monk abjured a world he ne'er could view, or blood-stained guilt repenting solace found, or innocence from stern oppression flew. The monarch bade thee from that wild arise, where Sherwood's outlaws once were wont to prowl, and superstition's crimes of various dyes sought shelter in the priest's protecting cowl. Where now the grass exhales a murky dew, the humid pall of life extinguished clay. In sainted fame the sacred fathers grew, nor raised their pious voices but to pray. The bats their wavering wings extend, soon as the gloaming spreads her waning shade. The choir did oft their mingling vespers blend, or matin orisons to merry queeth. Years roll on years to ages, ages yield. Abbots to abbots in a line succeed. Religion's charter, their protecting shield, till royal sacrilege their doom decree.
fill the goblet again, for I never before felt the glow which now gladdens my heart to its core. Let us drink, who would not, since through life's varied round, in the goblet alone no deception is found. I have tried in its turn all that life can supply. I have basked in the beam of a dark rolling eye. I have loved who has not, but what heart can declare that pleasure existed while passion was there. In the days of my youth, when the heart's in its spring, and dreams that affection can never take wing, I had friends who has not, but what tongue will avoid that friends' rosy wine are so faithful as thou. The heart of a mistress some boy may estrange. Friendship shifts with the sunbeam, thou never canst change. Thou growst old, who does not, but on earth what appears, whose virtues like thine still increase with its years. Yet if blessed to the utmost that love can bestow, should a rival bow down to our idol below, we are jealous, who's not? Thou hast no such alloy, for the more that enjoy thee, the more we enjoy. Then the season of youth and its vanities past, for refuge we fly to the goblet at last. There we find, do we not, in the flow of the soul, that truth as of yore is confined to the bowl. When the box of Pandora was opened o'er earth, and misery's triumph commenced over mirth, for was left, was she not, but the goblet we kiss, and care not for hope, who are certain of blame. Long life to the great, for when summer is flown, the age of our nectar shall gladden our own. We must die, who shall not? May our sins be forgiven, and heaps shall never be idle